Good evening, traders, and welcome to another StockX post-market recap for July the 12th. It is now the end of the week, so we're going to be doing a recap of the entire week. We're going to be talking about today specifically on how we managed to adjust trading this bull market. Now, as a trader, I pride myself on the ability to trade all sides of the market in a very efficient manner and be unbiased and non-judgmental. This is one of the biggest problems that a lot of traders have. What I often find in the Finwood community is that many traders are stuck to one side and they stay with that side. There's so much opportunity that is available in the market that missing one side over the other gives you a huge loss in opportunities. And I will be able to explain that to you in great detail. Today was kind of a hard day for me in terms of my own personal life because I have a lot of wedding planning thing going on for my own personal self, and I have this community that I'm also working on and tons of projects. But regardless, the members in my room continuously bank off my analysis and consistent details on my predictions. So the way that we work is that we provide a weekly framework, a weekly prediction that basically sets the tone for the entire week. I'll explain that, going over the entire weekly process first. Then we will talk about what happened today, and finally we will talk about what are the key trades we're looking for next week. And this is going to be very important. We're also going to be talking about option premiums and how I recognize that the market would fly and then eventually dump. Okay, so let's get right straight into it. So today, first off, I want to start off by going over our weekly prediction. So right here is what you see on SPX. Okay, so what you notice here at the beginning of the week was literally on the 8th, right over here. Okay, so we started off around here, and you can kind of see that right over here, and then eventually the market really blew up later in the evening, and on Thursday that's when we saw the dump, and then followed up a breakout to the top and broke down. My estimated weekly high on the S&P 500 was at 5620, and you can see here that based on the behavior, that's when the markets decide to explode up. Now pay attention to this because this is where the premiums get involved. Okay, so basically if we go on our Discord, now in my Discord, this is where my weekly predictions are set. Okay, I provide this way before the market even opens, and this is what happens at the beginning of the week. Okay, so if we go in the market sentiment report, this is where I give the information on SPX, going over my estimated weekly high and describing this as well. Now this option analysis is based off my estimated weekly high. We review the premiums on the 5620 call and the 5500 put, for example, to see if they embark on these key levels that you see right over here. Okay, when they hit those levels, I pretty much know whether it's an opportunity to swing the market in the bull direction or bear direction. I won't get into too much details behind it, but it's very important and has been very accurate. Okay, as you guys can see over here, these are my key inflection points from a weekly perspective, meaning these are like the hard levels from the weekly point of view. I also do my daily levels as well. And you can see that 55.85, 56.02, 56.05. Our chop range is at 55.80 and 55.50, and our bearish levels are right over here. Okay, so we said that the outlook is influenced by Powell's testimony and the CPI report. Okay, so Powell testified on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those were the days when the market was bullish, and the market was bearish on Thursday when the CPI report came in, and that's what pretty much dumped the market. But regardless, we were definitely ready for that. You can see this is my initial chart that you see here. Pretty much I gave, and it pretty much aligns with everything that you see in the other chart. So if we go back to the other chart right over here, you can pretty much see that in great detail. Everything is aligned, and there's no bullshit. Okay, so what you see right over here is SPX. Like I already said, it hit my level 3 inflection point right at the top, literally to the penny. You can't underestimate these numbers here. Today we hit this number, boom, we seen a massive drop right over there. Okay, how are these numbers cultivated? Like, how would I know that 56.55, and if you guys see right over here, 56.55 is literally they peak. Like, if you look over here, 56.55 is the 52-week high. Like, how is that possible that I knew that was the exact number to the penny? Okay, that is because of my option price model. You won't ever figure it out, I promise you that. And but I always explain it to my members, okay, on how it works. So to the penny, we call the top on our extension. Now our 56.20 was our estimated top, but the market, you can see right here the behavior of the market once it explodes through here. It gets in the bullish breakout zone. The behavior of the bullish breakout is that it moves once it gets through. Okay, so it's very important to remember that. You can also see as well the behavior of these inflection points, supports, and so forth moving forward. Okay, other stocks that we called the top on, okay, SMCI, right? So we're off a little bit all over here, but you can see my 925 level is heavily respected here. Okay, so you can see that right off the bat here. Now we go back to my Discord once again, and we will show you the confirmation of that SMCI analysis. Okay, so let's go back to the Discord. Now in the Discord, I said 925 is over there. You can see that's July 7th. All the information's there. All the levels I gave is there. I even gave the analysis by the key events, and this was our initial chart that I provided for SMCI. Okay, you can see that pretty much we called the top on this stock as well, and there's not edited. Okay, now the next stock that we will look at as well is, let's look at ARM. Okay, so ARM pretty much stopped at my level 1 bullish inflection point and chopped around here. And we could go into details about that. There's no edits on that either, right? Pretty much you can see I always make sure there's no edits. You see all the numbers here. You see that it hit level 1 bullish and then stopped. Okay, now I won't get into to everyone, but I'll just show the ones that we call the top on. Okay, you see AMD right over here stopped exactly at 187. Now we go into AMD analysis here again. So where is my AMD? Okay, you go in AMD analysis here. All right, you'll see that no edits. 7/7, July 7th, we gave that our top level 187 right there, extended target. It hit it and then dropped. Okay, right to the penny. All right, right to the penny. We call that out. Okay, so you guys can see here my level of transparency, and you won't ever see my members call me out on it. Okay, this level 2 was also one there. You see that ASML stopped here as well, level 2 bullish. This level 2 bullish confirms the trend, pretty much meaning that it tries to stay up. There's always going to be pullbacks, so that's what it means. But LRCX was close to my level 3, but then dumped. And Nvidia, broke through a little bit here, so we're a little bit off on this. But it was very close. You can tell that the levels are all being respected here moving forward. Okay, so that's interesting to see here. Tesla, we also call the top, right? So I really want to talk about Tesla here. Tesla, we call this perfectly to the T here. Okay, so if we go back on my Discord here, and I will get into premium shortly, but I just want to show you guys the transparency component of it first. July 7th, 270, right? We call that, that was our estimated high. And even though considering the news, that was exactly where it stopped because the event got delayed, and that's when it started to dump, right? And pretty much what you see right over here is 237 was that very tough support. And if we go back in our chart here, you can pretty much see that 237 is where it pretty much popped back up. The low of the day on Tesla was at 233 to be exact. So it was 3 points away, close to my estimated weekly low. And that's where it started to really rebound here. Okay, so a lot of plays that we were looking at All these other stocks I didn't do analysis on that much, but these are the main ones that we all pretty much called out. Okay, so let's get through today's important detail. Okay, so today, actually before I do that, I want to talk about our trade log. So our trade log, we're currently up 10K more than where we were yesterday. Pretty much I gave my entire analysis on what I did good and what I did bad, and pretty much it's explained in my trade logs. Okay, so if you guys go back to my Discord here, I provide my overall details, trades, my trade logs are all over here, which I now provide on a weekly analysis. Before I used to do it on a monthly point of view, but now we're going to be doing on a weekly. And you can even see over here, right? I even made the statement that SPX would drop to 5,600 with confidence in my free Discord. Okay, so let's get back into, I know I'm moving all over the place, but let's get back into the tracker here. Okay, so my key success is my SPX plays. I did very well on Apple, some Tesla plays. I would have done better if I managed to sell my Tesla put, which was a 100% put play, but I missed the sale on that, so that was my issue there. And pretty much some other plays were okay, but main thing is I took a nice SPX play and I took a MSTR swing here. Okay, so pretty much for today, you know, now that we call the top, it all comes down to what I see happening moving forward. So personally, I believe that currently the SPX is still bullish. Okay, that's one thing to remember. With SPX still bullish, you know, there's an opportunity where we see that, you know, going down the line, that Taiwan Semiconductor is reporting their earnings. Okay, and with Taiwan Semiconductor reporting their earnings and ASML reporting their earnings as well, one thing that I have noticed and has come to my attention is that there's a lot of NVIDIA calls being bought, especially in the 136s, the 133s, and so forth. A lot of SPY calls being bought. Okay, now this sell-off that I called out, pretty much the reason why I called it out is because when I was looking at the 5670 calls, I don't know where it went, but it was on my list. 5670 calls. What I noticed is that they dropped a lot of premiums when SPX was hitting my third inflection point, which is 5655. Okay, when I seen it lose around 80% of its value, I knew that the market was going to dump. Okay, I even told my team that, and if you look at my Twitter, I even warned everyone about that as well. Right, so that's the key thing that pretty much we see here, right? If you look on my Twitter as well, you can see pretty much all that information where I called out a possible crater. Okay, and that was literally when SPX was at the top. Okay, and it dumped all the way. If you go on my daily chart, if you go right over here, SPX literally dropped from that point. Okay, just right off there, and you can even see that for yourself. Okay, so when it tanked from that to the lower WAP, that's when we knew that our analysis was correct. A lot of members made tons of money on this here as well. Okay, but in order for you to understand how to read premiums, you must first recognize, you know, how to set up your watch list. Okay, so I have my watch list to a point where I have my premiums here, I have the details behind them, and I can pretty much look at this option premium chart to see which premiums are getting jacked and which are moving. The premiums that I've set up are pretty much designed from the fact that we're looking at premiums that are key inflection points. Okay, so you have to really make sure you're looking at the right premiums, because if you're not looking at the right premiums, then you're not going to understand which works and which doesn't. It's also a good idea to add the premiums for the following days so you can see what's moving and not. The key thing to remember is that when you're looking at an OTD expiration, those premiums are more explosive and more volatile. If you're looking at the premiums that are a week out, or even what premiums that expire the following day for SPX, then you're going to start to notice a key difference. Okay, because the ones that have more time to maturity move slower. So if they start to make significant changes in their overall premium, that's giving you a sign that there's going to be a move one way or the other. And second thing here, besides looking at those premiums as well, I'm also setting up my systems to also look at other premiums like Tesla, Nvidia, AMD. So this takes a lot of work to do all this, but in order for you to be successful, you have to put in the time and the work. I spend around 5 to 6 hours every week doing my analysis and all these predictions at the beginning of every week. So it's like spending another work day to do it, okay? And if you guys want this work done for you, literally that's the whole point of my service, is doing the homework for you and helping you prepare ahead of time, then honestly join my service. Besides that, I even coach you to how you can, improve your overall style of trading, when to take the trades, and how the model works. So this is the key tips you're going to get when you're in my channel. Once you guys are seeing this in real time, you will be shocked, because I literally gave confidence that the market was going to tank off my key level, and lots of people made money. If you guys even check my Discord again in the winner circle, few people have posted their gains, but just looking at Coco over here, bought one contract, took it from a dollar to 17 to 30, and this guy had a one contract runner, 30 cents to 20 bucks, right? So that's like $35 to $2,000, and they held it because I told them how far it can go. All right, so and I said it with confidence, and that's pretty much what you can do when you understand how to read premiums and how to use it to your advantage. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this market update. I know it's a long video, but I hope it was well worth the details here. Okay, I did spend a lot of time talking about what happened in the chat room because I want to make sure you guys understand how consistent and accurate my weekly predictions are. But there will be a lot of discussion about premiums. If you guys have a very small account and can't afford my membership and you're not really trading, just join my school community, because I'll be sharing a lot of courses in there as well, and that will definitely make a key change, and that's only 30 bucks a month. So cheers to you guys, cheers to the weekend. I'm drinking my tea because there's another lesson I got to provide after this, but I want to make sure that you guys have a good one, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Be ready for Monday, because we're going to see Bitcoin rip, and let's go. Let's get that money.